Welcome to my video here at the Land Before Time Therapy. Today we'll be focusing on the first original classic from Don Bluth himself from back in 1988. A big theme that I've noticed from this great story is the message of hope. Hope is something important that we're going to need in our lives. It's really a good thing. And it's probably the best out of anything that we can actually have in our lives, even during hard times. Because we will all have our own earthquakes that we have to deal with. Even obstacles on our way, like mountains, volcanoes, tar pits, you name it. Sometimes enemies. But a very important thing to remember is to always have hope. And that's what Littlefoot here taught me. He and his friends taught me that hope is very important. And that's a big thing to learn. Another thing to point out in this story, that we all have our own great valleys that we must try to get to. Like marriage, family, a good home, a good job. But another great valley we all have to pursue is happiness. It's very important to have happiness in our lives, because without it we'll be miserable. And sometimes that's hard to find. But we must always try to find happiness. But another big thing I remember learning from this great film is faith. We must always have faith in all that we do, even with God's help. We must have faith that things will happen. Especially great things to happen in our journey. And another big thing to remember is, here's a great example about faith. Littlefoot's mom had great faith to find the Great Valley. Especially a quote that I remembered from her about telling Littlefoot about the Great Valley even though she's never seen it. She told him, "Some things you see with your eyes, others you see with your heart." That's very important to remember. We can't just see things with our eyes throughout our life. We need to see things with our heart. And that is a great message and a great tip to remember, especially when times are hard in our lives. Because without faith, we won't be able to do much good in this world, and we won't be able to look forward to the future with hope. Faith and hope connect together. And we must try to do the best we can not to go the wrong way. You know, like pornography, drugs, alcohol. We might think those things could be the easy way out for some of our problems. But doing the wrong thing will not make us happy. It'll just make us worse and really bad inside. Like if you remembered when Sarah and the others went the wrong way, maybe if you watch it, you'll see what happens to them. They got into trouble from tar pits and volcanoes. Luckily, Littlefoot was brave enough to go back there and get them out of that mess. If they can do it, we can do it. We can get out of those kind of pits, those kind of dangers. Sometimes it won't be easy to get out, but if we can get out of them, that would be amazing. So then we can get on the right path and continue on our journey through life to reach our success and to reach our own great valleys, which for me is heaven, but also being able to have a successful, happy life. And that's what's very important, to accomplish a great life. If Littlefoot and his friends can do this, if they can make it, we can make it too. We will have to suffer through some heartaches though, like death, loss of loved ones, and being alone. I remember feeling alone a lot, like Littlefoot did when he lost his mom. I felt alone a lot when I lost my grandmother, who was the support of my life, the love of my life. But as Littlefoot's mom was with him, my grandma is with me in my heart. She is my guardian angel now, as Littlefoot's mom was his guardian angel. And we must remember that we are all different, but that doesn't mean we should not like each other or hate each other, just like in the movie. Sarah had to learn that lesson the hard way. And Friends can all come in different sizes. They're all different. But that's what makes a good team. Our differences can be able to bring us good teamwork. Teamwork is very important. We might think we could do things alone, but after a while it'll be too hard. We might need to have a team in order to get things done sometimes. And that's always important. But being able to have faith, hope, love for others, and to be able to comfort each other and care for each other during hard times, and being able to overcome any obstacle and overcome any difference, we can make it in this life. We can. If we can do that, we can be able to please God and be able to make it back to heaven. And that's why I feel this is really important. And to remember, as the song quotes, if we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever, where clouds roll by for you and I. And that's very important, to hold on together. So I hope you really enjoy watching The Land Before Time, because it really helped me get out of my depression. Seeing the expression when I saw Littlefoot born with his mom, it almost reminded me about how much the Lord God really loves me and cares about me, and He is now my best friend as well. So if we're able to hold on with God's help and with the help of our friends and family who care for us, then we would have had a great life like Littlefoot and his friends have. Always remember that. Whenever you're in despair, or whenever you feel alone, think about Littlefoot and how he was able to overcome those problems himself. From death, separation, heartache, and struggling with his faith, he was able to overcome it all and endure to the end. If he and his friends can endure to the end, we can endure to the end. Remember that. So I encourage you, if whenever you're in despair, check out this movie, The Land Before Time from Don Bluth. It will really help you to remind you about some important things to remember in life. Because I promise you, it will help you a lot. It will help you overcome your depression, your anxiety issues, and just remember to have hope always, because it's a great thing to have, a great quality to have in your life. To look forward to a better future with hope and faith and love. Especially God's love for you. Because He believes in you. He does. Always remember that.